She's making a video about Bernal-Heights.
Oh, you have to get Marie here. She can tell you all about Bernal-Heights.
Yeah, we called her up.
I was born here, so I've been living here since May 13th, 1925. My grandmother and grandfather arrived in San Francisco on April 1st, 1906. And of course, the earthquake and fire came around April 18th. And it was after that that they moved up to Bernal-Heights because people had water here and everything. They weren't affected by the fires and everything like that. So we never had a desire to leave. At one time, you never had to go off this hill to have anything. We had a library, we had a bank, we had a drugstore, grocery stores, meat markets, so you never had to go anywhere else.
What do you want me to say to you? When I moved here, there was a bakery, which it doesn't exist anymore, and there was a hardware store, Bill. They all left sooner or later.
The community's changed quite a bit because I was born down on Prentice Street and I've been up on the hill 71 years. And there's quite a few changes. They took the streetcar away.
The old number 9, that was our streetcar up on Cortlandt Avenue. The number 9, yep. And then this was another thing that I found.
Oh, 71. 7-1.
You think it's just long? I don't know how to get it.
Yeah.
I'm Mildred, and I've been coming to the center here for about, before it even started to be the Bernal Center here. It used to be down at St. Kevin's Church. And my mother and father used to come. They came up here after this was built about 25 years ago.
The history of the senior program goes back to St. Kevin's Church on Cortlandt Avenue back in the 70s. A group of the ladies decided that they should have like a little group or a club where their friends and other seniors in the neighborhood can get together. It first started with lunches every day, and then later on it just evolved.
I coordinate volunteer services for the NEST program, which is the Neighborhood Elders Support Team. Volunteers do anything from home safety check-ins, delivering groceries and meals to low-income seniors, and taking them to doctor's appointments, gardening, many activities that allow volunteers to fill in the holes where seniors don't get the support that they need. So it allows them to live healthily and safely in their community.
I was sick before. They came to my house. They saw my house empty. So the next day, Karen, the president, came to me with the table for dining. She gave me table and some grocery. They opened my ref, empty. So the next day, somebody came, 2 paper bags, food.
De tus labios la esencia me robé, de tu boca perfume me llevé, en estatua de mármol convertida.
That's a major part in going to these neighborhood centers is for people to socialize, because that's what you miss when you stay home alone.
You're seeing the skit that we did for Bernal-Heights TAP for the Senior Center.
My name is Pat Ernst, and I live in Bernal. One day, somebody talked about tap dancing, and I said, well, I could teach. And that's how this all started. We started about a year ago with 3 students, and there have been times when we've had like 22. But some people, we've lost along the way. I have danced myself all my life, and I taught dancing in New Jersey. And I retired from my little job and moved out here, and now I'm dancing again.
First time I ever took tap. I always wanted to since a little girl. And when this opportunity came up, I got into the class. Oh, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's good. If you're depressed, just tap. And that's what someone told me. They said it's AIDS depression.
Tap with Pat.
Tap with Pat. That's the name of our group.
I moved here 4 years ago from New Jersey, and I started volunteering at the Gifts on the Hill.
Gifts on the Hill is our senior volunteer-run thrift store. The store has been open over 10 years. It started out, I believe, as a craft store that they sold little things that they made here in the center, and then it kind of grew from there and has done extremely well. Every year we've been making a lot more than the year before, and we keep growing and growing, and it really is due to the hard work of all the volunteers. Also a really wonderful meeting place for community members. A lot of people come in and have a chance to get to know seniors in the community and sit and chat with people. And
see, we got our lesson about
place.
holding things.
Oh, no, okay.
Oh, I wish I could. Now you want $2, huh?
Our playground here, when my children were small, it was a haven for drug users. But now I don't see any drugs being peddled. The police department come to the center and give talks and ask what is needed, and they have responded.
My name's Amber Piku. I'm Director of Community Organizing here at Bernal-Heights Neighborhood Center. Right now, we're looking at Bayview Hunters Point's draft environmental impact report because they want to turn Bayshore Boulevard into a big box alley, which would be detrimental to our area. Cortland at Bayshore was not studied in the draft environmental impact review for Bayview Hunters Point. And so the planning commissioners and the residents really have no idea of what kind of impact this could have on our neighborhood. We know it would be a negative impact just because we already know how much traffic there already is on Cortland. With a Home Depot or another big box coming in, there could be a lot more traffic and pollution. And so we are really concerned about that because we have residents who live so close to that intersection. There's a No Home Depot committee through Bernal-Heights Neighborhood Center. And for the last 4 years, we've been able to keep Home Depot from opening a store on Bayshore Boulevard right at the base of Cortland.
First development that we did was a 4-unit home ownership project on the east side of the hill. And those are limited equity for sale homes. So the people who bought them agreed that they would remain affordable to future buyers. This neighborhood organization was really a part of the community in doing housing that seemed like it was really good quality. I mean, some of our developments have won national awards. Bernal Gateway Apartments and Market Heights have both won Fannie Mae Maxwell Awards of Excellence, which is only given to a few projects nationwide. For Bernal Gateway Apartments at Mission and Cesar Chavez, we got about 5,600 applications for, I think, 55 apartments in 2000 when that building opened. So there's a lot of demand for what we do. And for me, it makes me feel good about what I do every day.
Happens every October. Stages for bands, tons of people. I think it is such a great celebration of Bernal-Heights and the community here and the diversity of the community, but also the history of Bernal-Heights Neighborhood Center.
ready to spend some money in the hood, man? If nobody showed up to this fiesta, there wouldn't be no fiesta. It's about the people, man. That's why they call this Fiesta on the Hill, for the people in the community. That's what it's about. It's always been that way. You know what I mean? Get together. It's about the hood. My name is Rudy Valentino, and I'm a gang prevention counselor at Bernal-Heights Neighborhood Center. I operate a youth program called the United Players. Not the players that got a lot of women or got a lot of lights, fancy jewels or cars. I'm talking about the true players now, 2000, the millennium players that's saving the community. Doing something positive and productive for their people. You know what I mean? You can be out there, man, making money in the corporate world, but you only making money for yourself and building your own stuff. What about the hood? You know what I mean? What about the people in the hood? What about our people? And the only people that's gonna save our people is our people. Straight up and down, remember that. All my
I'm involved with UP, United Players. Feel me? We just try to stop the violence, preach and peace. And that's really basically it. We like a tribe though. We got black, whites, Mexicans, all different nationalities. I got involved through lunchtime at Balboa High School every Wednesdays. Yeah.
With the high school, like for example, Balboa High School, which is in the Excelsior district, it draws kids from a lot of different neighborhoods. Bernal, Sunnydale Housing Projects, Visitation Valley, Excelsior. So you've got kids coming from real different dynamics. Mostly still majority low economics, in a range of low, I guess I would say low to middle. These kids deal with a lot of stuff, a lot of violence if you read the papers at all. There are a lot of murders in those neighborhoods. There's a lot of assault, battery, things like that, and guns and drugs. It's something that's really hit the neighborhood hard.
He lived within us, so we had to do something that we felt that would be good for people to see. We had a play last year that we're gonna start back up called Choices, and the inspiration was Deshaun Dawson. He inspired us to do it because he was no longer with us.
I think that the biggest thing is they're coming from a lot of different neighborhoods, but primarily lower to middle economic areas. And some of these kids are dealing with some very serious issues. Parents with drug addictions or mental health issues. A lot of gang violence, a lot of just violence in general, a lot of death that they've seen. The majority of kids have either seen someone murdered or know someone who's been murdered or have someone in prison in their family. So they're dealing with a lot of issues that kids that are that age shouldn't have to be dealing with. So hopefully through a lot of the program we can help support them to be able to move through those things and become productive citizens and break the cycle.
She didn't just get that shirt, she earned that shirt. Like, I earned all my shirts too. I do need all of them.
The most rewarding thing is to see the youngsters that get involved in our program make it through the system and live past the age of 18. To me, that's rewarding to me. Just to see somebody that gets past the age of 18, and makes it. And for them to also come back and serve their community.
We do a couple different job placement programs for the kids and career development. MAIP, which is the mayor's program through the city where they place kids in nonprofit.
But what I enjoy the most is just coming to work, being with my coworkers. Cause we all when we get together and we plan a workshop or when we have to plan an agenda, we all come together and we each give off different ideas.
You just gotta learn how to work with people. It's not only just me, I have to remember there's 3 other girls I work with. So when we plan a workshop, when we do something, it's all 4 of us together.